Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. This morning we're going to smoke London broil, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix that. This will be the first time I've done it, so we'll just see how it turns out. First thing I'm going to do is set my smoker up, and I'm going to let y'all go with me out to the garage to show you how I do that. One of the things we're going to use is hickory, and this has been soaking in water for an hour or so, and I'm also boiling water on the stove to go in the smoker. So we're going to go out to the garage now, and I'll show you how I set the smoker up. Alright, we're outside in my very old garage, and we just go ahead and smoke in here, and I'll show you why. See how open everything is? Now this is also where I hang my onions. You see? It's all open because it's very, very old. See? So we don't have to worry about there not being enough oxygen in here. Plus these two French doors will be open. Now the smoker we use is the Brickman Smoke and Grill, it says, but we only really smoke on it. And what I'm going to do is show you how I set this thing up. First of all, I have soaked my chips. These are hickory chips, and you soak them so that they'll produce more smoke. So I'm going to take all of this off, and let me get closer so that you can see the different parts, the inside of it. Alright, this is the pan for the water. So we're going to take all of these racks out, and now we're going to put the wood chips around where the burner is. Let me get closer and show you that. See that little coil there? That's the burner. This is an electric smoker, obviously. So I'm going to put those chips in, and the instructions tell you to make sure you don't put the chips directly on the little heating coil here. So I'm just going to kind of make little pyramids in there. And this is hickory, which will produce a lot of good smoke, and the fact that it has been soaked will make it produce more smoke. Okay. Now I'm planning to cook this London broil for only a couple of hours. Now most of the time we would fix a London broil on the grill or even in the oven, but I wanted to try something different today. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to do is put on the first little grate, then my little pan. And now it's better if you start your water inside on the stove. Go ahead and get it boiling. That way you got a little bit of a head start. And then the next one I'm going to put on is this one. And then the roast is going to go right here, and then we'll put the top on it. I actually probably moved this up one notch. So there's the setup for the smoker, and we'll be back when I've got my roast ready. Alright, last night I marinated this London broil in vinegar and some Weber roasted garlic and herb grill master. Now I'm going to just take this over to the sink, and I'm going to wash that off, so I'll be right back. Alright, I've gotten that washed off now. And as you can see, it's definitely changed colors because what the vinegar does is really tenderizes the meat. Now, the same thing can happen with any kind of citrus juice like orange or lime juice, even lemon juice will do it. But what I'm going to do is make a rolled roast from this, and to do that I'm going to have to cut it. So I'm going to put my gloves on, and I'm going to first cut it in one direction, and then I'm going to cut it in the opposite direction. So let's see if we can do this. And if we can't, I'm just going to roll it up anyway. And I've got me some newspaper down like this. See how red it is on the inside? And I'm going to also put some tenderizer on this. And what I'm doing is just holding it down really tight with my hand. And I'm not going to cut it all the way in two, I'm just going to cut it just to the end here. And that looks like about it. Okay. There you have it. Now I'm going to put some tenderizer on it. I'm going to have to use my hands. So this is just all natural meat tenderizer. Now I've already pierced the meat, so I don't really need to pierce it again. Okay. Now, I'm not going to put any more of this grill master on here. But I am going to put just a little bit of garlic powder on it. Just a little bit. I'm also not putting any salt because it's already been marinating in vinegar. Okay, so now I'm going to start rolling it up. And I hope this works. I'm going to try to attach it with some toothpicks. Okay. Just going to start rolling it up. Now I'm going to go back the other way. Try to keep it all in together. Okay, we're able to get it rolled up. Now I'm going to attach it with some toothpicks. Get it tighter than that. By just piercing the meat with the toothpick and then coming back through with it. I think it's going to probably need two. Alright, that should hold it. Yeah, I've got it all rolled up. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is put some Crisco on that. I'm just getting a blob of Crisco with my paper towel and just rub it on there. Now, generally you would fix London broil by marinating it in whatever you would choose. Usually people use vinegar since that helps tenderize it, and then cook it on the grill or under the broiler and just cook it sort of medium, and then you slice it at an angle. Now since I got these buy one get one free at the grocery store, I wanted to try to figure out something to do a little bit different. Now what I'm hoping is that this will after we have smoked it, and then use some like Kansas City barbecue sauce on it, that it's going to probably taste like smoked and cooked brisket. All right, so there you have it. My roast is all rolled up, and what I'm going to do is put it in this little Pyrex dish with aluminum foil in it. Now when I get out to the smoker, I'll just lift the aluminum foil out and just use the aluminum foil. So we'll be back and I'll show you how I set it on the smoker. Okay, I wanted to give you a long shot to show you the little cart that my husband built for the smoker. It's a handy dandy little cart. I love it. Before, the smoker just, sat on the deck or, on the floor of the garage. And so this one works just great. And we have had the smoker for many, many years. Now, as you can see, we got a lot of smoke coming out. Now, I do position it well away from the wall, but we have been smoking out here for years and really have never had any problem. Okay, I'm ready to put my little roast in. We're going to see how this works. All right, here's my roast. And I've got it in the little tin foil. I made somewhat of a little bowl for it. I want it to get the smoke flavor in, and I'm probably going to come out here after an hour or so and turn it over, and then it will retain the juice in this little tin foil, but we'll get the smoke flavor. And also it's on the very top rack. Now, of course, with the smoker, I don't know if you can see, you've got a dish pan down there that's got boiling water in it. And of course the chips, the hickory chips, are on the little lava rocks down below where the heating coil is. So, okay, I'm going to put the lid on this and let that smoke for about an hour, and we'll be back and show you what it's like. Actually, I'm going to just turn it over in about an hour, and it's probably going to smoke for about 2 hours. But you're seeing this for the first time with me. I don't know if this is going to work, but I sure hope it does. And I'm going to put some barbecue sauce on it, and I'm hoping it's going to taste like Texas brisket. So we'll be back. Okay, there's the London broil. And remember, I just rolled it up, put a little tenderizer and a little garlic on it. I had previously marinated it all night in a little vinegar and garlic and spices. So I did taste of a little corner of it. It is quite tender, and I'm very surprised because I really wasn't I thought it would be tender, but not that tender, but it is definitely very tender. So this is what we're going to have for lunch. Little baked red potatoes, cauliflower and broccoli, and that's honey butter whole wheat bread over there, and that is homemade. So again, here is the little London broil that I got on sale, and I was just looking for a different way to cook it. Now, I'm not sure I'd fix it this way again simply because it was a lot of trouble, but I think a better choice would probably be a chuck roast. That way you'd get all that fat in there, which wouldn't be good for you, but it would probably be as good as this for sure. So it does taste like brisket because it's smoked, and we're going to put some hickory smoked barbecue sauce on it. So anyway, see you next time.